Good afternoon. This is Tripura Manne, and I'm going to present the slides 121 to 124 today. These are the topics that I'm going to present today, the select clause and the from clause and their examples. As discussed in the previous slides, these are the 6 clauses of SQL queries: the select clause, from clause, where clause, group by clause, having clause, and an order by clause. In this presentation, we are going to discuss the first 2 clauses, which are the mandatory ones, the first 2 select clause and the from clause. The first, select clause. The select clause is either used to look inside the table or create a new table based on the result set of the query given. The 3 components of the select clause are the subselect statement, full select statement, and the select statement. The full select, the subselect general form. This is a syntax of the subselect where we select all or distinct expressions from the table name, followed by a where condition, followed by a group by clause and a having clause. And the addition of the set operation to the subselect statement is a full select statement. The set operations that are used in the full select statement are union, except, and intersect. If a set operator is not used, then the result of the specified subselect statement itself is the result of the full select statement. This is the syntax of the full select statement, where we have the union of all the subselect statement followed by an order by. Here we first retrieve the results of all the subselects given in the query, and then we do order by. We generally do order by to the final result column attained if any sorting is needed, either in ascending or descending order as mentioned in the query. For the demonstration purpose, I have used the data from project 1. Since everybody is familiar with this data, it will be easier to understand, so that I used it. In this example, I'm trying to retrieve all the attributes from the table customers using the asterisk and then sort it based on the highest visits made. So this is how a select statement is used for a query, where I retrieved all the attributes from the customer: CID, CNAME, telephone number, visits made, and last visit, where I ordered in a descending order to get the highest visits made first using an order by. To retrieve more specific data, this is how a simple select statement looks. To retrieve more specific data, we can use subselects, which is shown in the next example. So here the query is to retrieve all the attributes of the products table that are purchased by at least 2 different customers and sorted based on the original price. So in order to solve this query, first I need to solve the subquery part. So first I need to solve the subquery in which the customers table is joined with both the purchases and the products table based on the related columns between them. The purchases and the customers table has the related column CID, and the products and then the products and the purchases have a related column PID. So here I join the tables, the customers, purchases, and the products tables and are joined, and then I group the tables by the product ID having the count product name greater than or equal to 2. So this is the resulting table where I get the product ID of the purchases that have at least 2 different customers. Now, using this subselect statement, we're getting the PID, using which I'm retrieving all the attributes of the product, and at the end, I'm sorting the table by their original price. So this is a full select statement where I've used the subselect statement in it first, and then I've use the select statement where the subselect statement order by the original price. This is the full select statement syntax. The second clause is a from clause. The from clause is used to list the tables. When using the from clause in an SQL statement, there must be at least one table listed in the from clause. If there are more than one table, like two or more tables listed in this from clause, then we generally use joins. So there are several forms of specifying join operations in the from clause. The most flexible form is this, where we have this kind of syntax: from table 1 join table 2 on the table 1 attribute 1 is equal to table 2 attribute 2. That is, earlier, for example, earlier we have the customer table and the purchases table. Now I want to join those both tables to retrieve the information of which customer has bought what product for how much price. So so here the first form is done by using the joining two tables followed by an on clause of on the condition of the relating the common attributes. So here CID is the common attribute between my customers and the purchases table. So using that condition, in an on clause, we are joining these both tables and retrieving the resulting table as shown here. So this query is written in three forms of join, where I discussed the first form, and the second form is like joining the table by using the keyword using as shown in the syntax in the slide. So here I'm selecting the customer ID, customer name, product ID, total price from customers and purchases table by using the keyword using the common attribute in both these tables. The CID is a common attribute in both these tables. So here we get the same results as both both the syntaxes will retrieve the same results, but they are just the different forms of displaying the different syntaxes for the joins. And the last form is using the natural join, where here I select the CID, CNAME, PID, total price from customers, natural join purchases. We use the natural join here. The natural join doesn't use on clause, it's just simple syntax. The natural join gives the columns with the same name of associated tables which will appear only once. So the output of the natural join is the same output as the before two syntaxes. So this is how a from clause can be represented. Thank you.